Hello, beautiful playground players with me. How you going? Thanks so much for your patience over the last couple of days. I was so crook, honestly. On New Year's Eve, all was well. I was having a good time. Got to about 20 past 11. Thought, I'm going to bed. This is enough's enough for me. Went to bed, put on my chakra cleansing music, and literally within half an hour, for the rest of the 12 hours after that, I was on the toilet. Coming out of all ends it was, and it was very, very disgusting. So I don't know what happened there, what caused that, or anything of that nature, but obviously Spirit Source thought I needed an internal cleanse as much as a external cleanse. So thanks so much. I actually wanted to jump on and do this now. This is our month ahead reading, because I pulled out the good oracle cards and did our affirmations, and when I saw it and felt it, I thought, oh yes, like there was just the energy of it was really significant. So I thought, you know what, bugger it, I'll come on, still looking a little bit washed out and whatever, but I just felt like I needed to do this on top of that affirmation. So without further ado, guys, thank you so much once again for supporting me, coming back. It's going to be a good year, hopefully. It's going to be a good year. So this is for all of us in our playground community only. So this is for the month of January. I hope that if it makes sense, if it doesn't, leave it alone, of course. But all I can give you is what Spirit give me and give us. All right, so Spirit, can you use all my senses safely, securely, and full protection to offer my playground members something that we need to know from this moment forth? Whether it's a little prediction, some guidance, anything of that nature. They just told me the word steady. Steady she goes, steady she goes. So that could be a sign or a symbol that some of you may need to go a little bit more steadier in January. Things may get steadier until I pull out more. We'll see where they go with that. But they said steady she goes, steady she goes. The card that just flipped out with that is you are good enough. So we are still in a time of self-reflection and healing as such. So please know that whatever you move forward with this year, they said there's no one like you. So make sure that you don't put any brakes on your own plans and dreams and desires. You've got to remember that nobody in this life is like you. No one is meant to be like you. You are good enough. So it is about stepping into our self-worth for the month of January. Standing in your power, as we always say. Yep, so that we've got meditate and contemplate as well. Maybe that's part of this steadying energy. Maybe they're asking us to balance out our energy so we become a little bit more steadier. I just felt like I got it really lightheaded, and I know that's not me personally. So if you are feeling a little bit lightheaded or breathless or anything of that nature, make sure that you take the time out to meditate and take some deep breaths in, a lot of breath work this month. I feel like there's a balance coming. The balance will come when you realize that you are good enough and that you are the steerer of your own canoe, you know. Makes me want to ask if you guys have got rather specific, or you actually know where you're heading this year yet, or whether you've just rolled around. But at the moment, they're just saying steady ourselves in January. What I say, show the world the real you. So it is about standing into our, bursting into our confidence, showing the world the real us, knowing that we are good enough. If you are looking to go on a different lifestyle venture, so you may be becoming more active, or you may want to develop more spiritually based practices, please do that. Or if you want to change jobs, start your own business, come up with your own ideas, they're going like this. So I would look into that as well. I think if you, once again, I've got this repeating story here already, that if you want to change something in your lifestyle, no matter what section it falls under, I have a very strong feeling that if you show the world the real you and stand in your true colours, show the world your true colours and know that you are good enough, boost your confidence and your self-worth. You may not go physically forward with it this month, but you definitely will feel more empowered and inspired to do it. Don't let pride get in your way. You make your choices. You make your bed, you lay in it, so to speak. That's the energy they're giving me right now. So if you make a choice, it's now a time in January to build the emotional support within yourself to move forward with your ideas. Don't let pride get in your way. That can be very broad. I got a feeling there's, like, they just told me naysayers with that. So there may be some naysayers, like, who's going to buy that? Who's going to do that? You may be saying it to yourself. Could be a thought thing that needs to change. Too many there for them to all to come out. So it could be something in your thought processes, or it could be actually people around you saying, you know, that's a silly idea. What, you can't do that. What about this? What about that? Putting all the problems there. We say move forward. Stay in your own lane. Know that you are good enough. Show the world the real you. I think a lot of us are being inspired to do that with everything that's going on at the moment anyway, but it's only your pride that's getting in your way. It's really important to bring love into all situations. So if people disagree with you or anything of that nature, send them love. Love them where they are. Sort of water off a duck's back kind of energy. Are they living your life? Are they paying your bills? Are they washing your children? Are they feeding, your family? I feel like I would just want to drown out the noise from the outside. And if you can't and you have to be amongst it through no choice of your own, then you have a choice on how you feel in that. You get water off a duck's back. It's a real time for conviction as well as confidence. Your commitment is being tested, most definitely. So we are all having to think of doing things in a different way, given all the protocols that seem to be spitting out these days. So you may be tested in January. But at the end of the day, if you go, all right, I'm being tested, and yes, maybe my pride's getting my way a little bit, but you know what? I have got something of value to offer this world. I believe that I can be of positive service. I'm very passionate about what I'm setting forth to do. I'm going to, step up and show the world the real me. I mean, what have I got to lose? What have I got to lose? I am good enough. And I choose to bring love into all situations, because anger, resentment, disappointment and all that, it's too great a burden to bear. That's what can cause a lot of physical disease as well, and surrender to the divine. So like I say, the divine has our back right now. They've been going on about it for yonks. If you have lost your faith a little bit, maybe January is a great time for you to get back in touch with it. Through prayer, meditation. They just took me back to that affirmation. So I think there was something in the affirmation, the self-script that I just shared, that mentioned something about that. Can't remember in reading mind. Let's get into some wisdoms. Oh, yeah. So the round and round jumped out. So like I say, if you guys find that things are going round and round in circles for you, it's time to do something new. It's crazy to keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. It doesn't work that way. There is change that needs to happen. We do have TikTok as well. So time is on your side. It feels like it's not. They just said, nah. So it may not feel like it. They just told me, crack the nut. They usually show me that sort of symbol when it's time for you to come out of your shell. And that there may be some people around you that are tough nuts to crack. It's not your job to crack their nut. That's a terrible analogy. But it's about cracking your nut, coming into your own, not letting pride get in your way, not listening to the chatter. Or doing all that and knowing that you are good enough and working on yourself, it will get you out of this round and round energy. So don't think, use your time wisely, they just said. Use your time wisely. Definitely a sense of prayer with this. The whole mass conscious really needs to step into a prayer at the moment. No one does things like you do. They keep saying it. No one does things like you do. Yeah, I would stay really flexible right now, because like I say, there's lots of changes coming. I've predicted around February, March for these changes. So at the moment, all we can do throughout January itself is just remain flexible, be open to new ideas, be open to your own ideas. If you're not in a place to work on them, just write them down. That will help you get out of this round and round energy as well. They're steering me, they're in energy, they're steering me, and you know the direction you want to go. You know the direction where you want to go. It's time to stay in that lane. They just told me the word prosperous. You will be prosperous as a result. Definitely. All that glitters, look at that. So I think a lot of you at the moment are maybe reflecting on your life and seeing what things, people, places, things, thoughts are more of an illusion, sort of and it can also boil down to the energy of someone who has a big dream or desire, but they're counteracting that dream and desire with a negative belief that it's not possible, or it can't happen, or, you know, going to the negative side. That's the balancing that you may need to do. All that glitters too. I like it. And I actually feel like for us as a collective, I feel like we have some sort of abundance or prosperity or something coming in, because they're showing me coins drop in front of my face. I feel like that's going to come in. It's just really important to stay flexible. I'm not letting pride get in your way. So if there's something that you need to do over January that you don't really want to do, that may be necessary for your next step forward. But once again, just remember, you have a choice on how you feel in that moment. So you can go in kicking and screaming and with reluctance, or you can go in, you know, I'll just get through this another day, spread some cheer, show a smile, do all that sort of stuff. But there's some masks. You either have to drop the mask yourself, or there's people around you that are going to take off their masks. Yeah, we've got the thinker and the observer together. So because we have this time on our side, it's very important that we stay flexible. And there is something really positive coming in on the prosperity joy sector. Please use your thinking for positivity. Think about what you want. Feel the reasons why you want that thing. Write them down. Create your vision boards. I'm starting a dream, like a scrapbook journal sort of thing, so I can just lay in bed in the morning of a night and just flick through it and have a look. And be careful what you're observing. So to have thinker and observer come out like that, you gotta put the thinking and the observing in only the good stuff, in only the possibilities. They just told me the word miracle. So some of you may experience what you consider a miracle in January. Wouldn't that be nice? It's divinely sent from source. Blessed again. This card comes out every round, my love, so I hope you're believing it. I feel like the stars are lining up for us. Obviously, it's up to us to stabilise ourselves and just take one day at a time, one foot in front of the other. Continue to work on yourself. Try to drown out any external noise. Build your confidence and your self-worth. Know that you are good enough, because not only we got breathe as well. That goes with that meditate and contemplate. So like I say, it's all about neutralising ourselves, being very mindful of what we give emotional attention to. Really tap into your emotional intelligence and pick your battles in January, because whatever's coming in is fated. It's destined. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. It's something that glitters like gold. It's not maybe like how it is now or in the past. That's just full of illusion and delusion and false promises and all that sort of stuff. We need to stay in our own lane. We need to stick together through this. Have each other's backs. Feel free to express how you're feeling very openly and honestly, but just don't stay there. Make sure that you replace with whatever you're releasing with something more wanted. I'll show you examples of what I did, especially getting over this wog that I had over the last couple of days. Tap into gratitude and appreciation. Judgment Day's coming. These just literally jumped out. So you're going to either have to make a judgment call in January, or a judgment's going to be made against you. Either which way, I feel like it's going to go in your favour. It's part of your personal growth and higher learning, and it's for your own divine good with the tower here. The tower means you've got to remember that you actually have a very strong, solid foundation, especially if you are focusing on yourself and you have your relationship and faith in the universe. That's first and foremost. How you emotionally react to things and amongst things is going to be very, very, very important in January. So I'd be very mindful of that. They all want to jump out. Birth of new ideas, the mothering of new ideas. Some of you may get up the duff if that's you. That's cool. That's what the Empress can represent. But they just told me birth of new ideas with this card. You jump into your ideas, jump into it vibrationally, which means go there in your thought and your emotion, and you will start feeling better emotionally, most of all. So if this isn't you, just be mindful that there may be someone coming into your life who embodies these kind of attributes, someone who is going to support you and look after you and nurture you and your ideas. Some of you may want to get a mentor or something of that nature. You may join a group of some sort who have the same sort of vision. They're doing their own thing, but they're going in the same direction. Maybe that's something that you can look out for. So once again, when I do my readings, if it's not for you specifically, it's the fact that this energy can come into your life. So But the Tower, to me, is inevitable. It's part of this death process. It's part of the rebirth process. You need it, but we've got to have to make a judgment call, or someone's going to make a judgment call against us, and we just want to be ready to put something else into play for that. Please know that you are stronger than you give yourself credit for. Like I say, they're saying you are good enough, you are strong enough. Don't let the pride get in your way. They're trying to boost your self-esteem as we speak. I feel like there's going to be less fighting in January. So they're saying, because I feel like I want to put down my swords, put down my shields. If you always go into life situations like you have to defend yourself, or you might be going to the in-laws and you're going, here we go, open up the door, and you've got your armor on, ready to be hit with something. I would stop that sort of mentality if I were you guys. That's bringing the love back into the situation, standing in your own power, standing in your own truth, showing your own colours, all that sort of stuff. So just have a look at your life at the moment, especially going through January, and just have a look at where you may be holding up a bit of a shield, a bit of a wall, a bit of a guard. Spirit is saying that it's okay, and you may have to, with the judgment here, to let that guard down, to let the swords down, to surrender, so to speak, and just know that you are strong enough to get through anything. And I'm sure you've made it all through. I'm sure you've made it through worse than this before. Yep, this is going to be a bit of a contradiction to this letting down the sword, but this card represents external wounding. So this can be more so about things that are happening to you rather than things that that you are doing to yourself, so to speak. So as you can see, there's 3 swords there. It's time to take that 3rd sword out and block out external resources, external influence in January, if that makes sense. If you do that, you can see the storm clouds in the back. They will dissipate. They will go away. You'll feel a lot better and a lot stronger in yourself. No is a full sentence, and it's okay to say no. I know when I first started saying no to people, because I was always yes, okay, 3 bags full, all that sort of stuff. When you start saying no, it does start to feel better time and time again, especially when how I started off is I said no, but Spirit, can you provide them with a resource, or can you provide them with someone that can help them better than I can? Or I'd always sort of back up my no with a bit of kindness in some kind of way, if that makes sense. So that may be something you guys may look at in January. I can't believe this. We've got the King of Pentacles, which is this money, this loot, this cash, this finance, this abundance coming in. This is what your empire looks like. I hope you have been creating it. Honestly, it probably feels like it's so far, far, far away right now, given everything that's going on and everything we've been through the previous year and all that. But that's part of this Tower. The Tower means that things are going to fall away. So if things are trying to fall away, things are showing you their true colours, things aren't feeling right, let it go. Let it go, because when you do, and make some sort of judgment calls on certain aspects of your life, and stop getting in the middle of shit that no longer serves your purpose, this is when your world will start opening up for you. This is when the grass will be greener. This is people who are stepping out of this apprentice type energy into a leader. So you may be, once again, creating your own business. You may be just taking control back of your life and just saying, I'm sorry, Mum and Dad, I can't see you this weekend because I've got other plans. Just learning to say no. Because I feel like I've got people in the front of me at the moment with their hands out. So if anyone's got their hand out to you, I think for the month of January, you'd be very well guided to start saying no. No, me first, because there's money coming. There's money in abundance coming in. May just come in a different form. May just come in a different form for you. So stay flexible. Like they say, stay flexible. Money can flow to you easily and effortlessly from multiple sources. No ifs, no buts. Absolutely. Look at that, Queen of Cups. This is that positive emotional energy gaining momentum. So what I love about it the most is that we've got the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. So this is a boost in your financial sector, and this is a boost in your emotional sector. Once again, you may not experience it specifically in January, but what they're saying is if you take our guidance and you work on yourself and you know that you are good enough and understand that old things do need to fall away for new things to take its place, that what you think about and what you observe is very, very important for your own personal growth, health and well-being, all that sort of stuff. There is good stuff coming in. It is still a time for nesting and resting and giving birth to new ideas and putting them on paper, even if you're not ready to act on it. Just what do I want? Where do I want to go? Where will you have me go? I'll probably post a script that I use. I think I just found it in my book in the group as well. That's something that you can say in the morning. You know, you can say, Spirit, what would you have me do? What would you have me say? Where would you have me go? What would you have me to see? And you start developing that relationship with Source, and they will provide it for you. So to end off the oracles, we do have the Eight of Wands. So this is smooth sailing. I'm telling you guys, you guys are, over the coming months anyway, are going to start getting a bee under your bonnet. You're going to get a bit of fire in your belly. You're going to feel inspired and passionate. Like I say, these people may be people that are coming in that will help you do that. This may be something that you create within yourself. Depends on how strong you believe and know that you are. Whatever this is, it's definitely fated. It's fated and it's destined for you. You are the creator of your own reality. The stars are aligning exactly how they're meant to. You're going to feel very satisfied soon. You're going to feel satisfied, or at least you're going to feel blessed. Like I say, expect a miracle. Wake up every day, go to bed every night, just say, I expect miracles. I believe in miracles. Miracles fall on my doorstep. I am a miracle. My family are a miracle. We miraculously get through so much stuff. Whatever you need to do, I'd be doing that through the month of January, but like I say, it's still a bit of a personal development month for the majority. We've got to go through this tower moment, which can feel like death to a lot of people, but you need to understand first and foremost that you haven't lost anything. You are in no lack. Spirit are just about to replace it with something better, and we just got to stay in the best feeling space that we can to receive it. So get some oracles. Yep, new friendships. First of all, be kind and loving and a friend to yourself, first and foremost. But I feel like a lot of you are going to start attracting new friendships. Like I say, I've been saying it, I think a bit throughout the whole reading, you know, be mindful of who you're hanging around, who you're listening to, who you say, that's my friend. Make a date for a play day with one or more of your friends. So, yeah, you may just want to go out and have a little bit more play. Or this miracle will come in, this opportunity or this abundance will come in and you get to play. Like, it's just something comes out. Yeah, so we got healing hearts. So a lot of you are still healing your heart, because obviously if you're releasing something, it takes a little bit of time to find peace with that as well. So if you are still healing your heart, if you are out there being of service to some degree, Spirit, because they're patting me on the back, they want to acknowledge you. They want you to keep up the great work. They're all saying that you here are powerful healers in your own right. You are very much powerful healers in your own right, but you've got to heal yourself first and give from the overflow of that, rather than go out and try to heal the world and you're an empty cup, so to speak. So there's that balance, need of balance coming in once again. You're being helped. Comes out every time. And I say that every time, but we are mass conscious and we are walking together through this. So heaven is working behind the scenes to help you, even if you don't see the results yet. So once again, go back to your prayer, go back to faith, show gratitude, appreciation rampages, maybe do a bit of voluntary work in the community if you can, or online or something of that nature. And we've also got empowerment. So it's a time for us to step up on our power. Don't let pride get in your way. You are more confident and strong than you give yourself credit for. You definitely are good enough. Our commitments are being tested, but we need to stay in our own lane. We need to stay in our own lane. We need to take back control over our lives and make some serious judgments in our life. So if you struggle with this, just breathe, meditate. Even if just get out in nature, go for a walk or get some form of exercise. That's really good, because if you do, what you need is coming through you, through your intuition. Spirit are very much nurturing and mothering and I just said that. Nurturing, mothering and guiding us right now. So follow that nudge. Continue to follow the nudge. All right, my loves. So that's January wrapped up. I will be back soon again for horoscopes and all that sort of shindig. So I hope that all made sense to you. If you do have any questions, pop them down below. I think that reading actually very much complements the self-script that was just posted. So check that out as well. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to love you and leave you. I hope you have a wonderful month ahead. Obviously, we'll talk to each other every day through then, but I'll get back posting the Law of Attraction refresher as well if you're still interested in that. So much love to you and your families. Have a great night, and I'll see you next week. Bye.